Hey y'all, how are you? Okay, this video is specifically for those that are looking for jobs in salons. So if this is your first time looking for a job in a salon, this is specifically for you. If you have already worked at a salon before, then you kind of sort of already know like the ins and outs of finding the right salon for you, or at least how to avoid the wrong salon. So number one, you have to find out what it is that you want to do. Do you want to braid? Do you want to do nails? Do you even want to do hair? Do you want to do nails? Do you want to do massages? How much money do you want to make off of each client? Do you want to be doing commission, or do you want to do booth rent? What area do you want to live in? What type of clients do you want? Do you want to get tips? Do you want to work somewhere that doesn't really care about tips? It all depends on, I guess, you as a person, because you as a person is going to influence you as a stylist. So for me, I have worked in about, the first time I started working in a hair salon, I believe I was 17. I was still in beauty school, so it was kind of sort of like an apprentice type of thing. And I was working at a barbershop. And it was cool. You know, I just needed the experience, and I also needed money in my pocket. Because I was in school, I didn't really have enough time to like really build up my clientele. So the owner would just call me whenever he had somebody who needed to come in and get some braids or whatever. And then that was when I was in high school. Then I graduated from high school, got my natural hair license, and I went to college. I went to A&T in Greensboro, North Carolina. Now this is where I really started using my hair license. I'm going to try to tell y'all like every little thing about each salon that I went to, and kind of sort of how it led me into where I am now, to kind of give you something to compare yourself to, or I guess learn from. So one of the salons that I worked in was APSA's hair braiding salon. APSA taught me how to braid, as far as like really making sure that it's that the braid is tight, you know, and crisp, and that is smooth all the way through. So I learned that from APSA, and then I worked at APSA in the summer of 2016. When school came back in, I decided that, you know, I needed to go back to school for full term, because college is a lot. College is a lot, being a hairstylist is a lot. So putting those two together, let me tell you something. If you are a hairstylist out there, and you are also in college, and you're a full-time hairstylist and also a full-time college student, shout out to you, because it's hard. I couldn't do it. I wasn't gonna do it. Absolutely not. So that was when I was working at APSA's. Then I worked at another braiding salon. I won't tell her name because her business is good, but I am gonna tell y'all the truth. There are some hair salons out there that will not pay you what you deserve, or will not pay you what it means to make your ends meet. Make sure you open your mouth and you tell the owner or whoever is not paying you what they're supposed to, that this is not okay, because you have to speak up for yourself. Do not ever think that speaking up for yourself causes you to lose your job, especially when it comes with money, especially when your money is not right. Because if somebody is not paying you the amount of money that they should be paying you, F the job. Go find something else, period. Anyway, at that hair salon, it was a braiding hair salon. She also taught me how to braid, but sis wasn't paying me enough, so I had to go on by my business. All right. Now this hair salon that I'm about to talk about, I don't even remember the name of the shop. I really don't care. I worked at this one hair salon. This one, now remember, I was in college. I was in college. Now I could have been a full-time student in college and a part-time hairstylist. There was no way I was going to be both of them. So it was my junior year of college. I got this hair salon and this hair shop where I was sewing in women's hair. BTW, I will never sew in hair again, because for the most part, women who get hair sewn in, as a stylist, people who get their hair sewn in, attitudes do not work for me. Versus people who get locks. People who get locks are chill, they cool, they just want their hair retwisted, they natural, real simple. People who get the whole sewing stuff want you to turn them into from Eve to Beyonce. And both of them are beautiful women, so I guess that really wasn't a good comparison. but be wanting you to turn dump into whew. And sis, that's not my job. My job is to do your damn hair. So not only that with doing with working at that weave shop, but also the owner. The owner did not respect me as a stylist. I told her that there were certain styles that I was not okay with doing, that I wasn't comfortable with doing, and she would still put people in my chair who asked for styles that I didn't really know how to do. And as a stylist, you know, when someone is sitting in my chair, all it is me and them. The owner is not included in this conversation. So that would be very uncomfortable for people to come into the shop knowing what they want and me knowing I can't do it. And if I can't do it, I'm not gonna do it because my name is everything. You are not gonna walk around with my work on your head and you looking crazy as hell. That's just not gonna happen. Other things led into BS at that shop, and long story short, I left. Like, I don't even feel like explaining that. I left that shop. Then I worked at another hair salon. Okay, when you are looking into hair salons, you have to make sure that if you are a new stylist coming in, that hair salon has a clientele that you can pick up. Because if you go into a hair salon as a new stylist and then you are paying booth rent or commission and nobody is walking through that damn door, you are either losing money or not making no damn money. And that is not what we went to hair school for. We went to hair school to learn how to do some hair, to be able to get into this industry, to be able to make some money and change some lives. We ain't playing. So that salon didn't work out. Now, I'm gonna get into Lock Nation in Greensboro, North Carolina. You heard me say their name, which means that I have something good to say about them. When I decided to go and work at Lock Nation, or when I showed interest in Lock Nation, it was my senior year of college. I was about to graduate in, I think, about 3 months. I was going to graduate in 3 months that summer. Being that I had a lot of experiences with other salons and, you know, bad experiences and you know, just some BS experiences, and I had some good experiences. I did learn a lot. Well, not a lot, but from each shop that I worked in, I learned something from the owner. I learned something from, you know, just gaining more experience. So by the time it was time for me to graduate college, I graduated from North Carolina A&T State University with my African-American, with an African-American degree, bachelor's degree. And I knew that, and I graduated in 2019. So honestly, I knew I wasn't ready to go into corporate America. I knew I didn't want to be a teacher. I knew I didn't really want to work at a museum. If anything, with my degree, I would love to just do what I'm doing, I guess, share my information with my community. And also, I would love to do like a research job or something. But at the time, I knew it was going to take some time for me to find that type of job, so I just automatically decided to use my hair license, because let me tell you something about this hair industry. You're going to make some money, especially if you know how to do hair and you're a people's person and you're patient. You will make money. So like I said, I was about to graduate college. That means no more refund checks. That means your girl about to go into the big girl world. And I knew for a fact that the hair industry was going to definitely help my pockets. So I printed off like all of the natural hairs, because I have my natural hair license. So I printed off all of the natural hair salons in Greensboro, North Carolina, highlighted them, found out who had the best reviews. Reviews are very important. If the reviews are bad, then I promise you that the shop is going to treat the stylist bad. If the reviews are good, then maybe the salon is going to treat the stylist good. So I was reading the reviews, reading that Lock Nation, you know, they just had good reviews. People had good reviews on the hairstyles. People had good reviews on the environment. People just had good reviews on them. So along with Lock Nation, I called other salons and I left voicemails. Now, when it comes to showing interest in a hair salon, you have to make sure that you are professional, especially if you know that the reviews are good, because they're not going to allow somebody to come into their space who is a hot mess when they have built up their business to be a 5-star business. It's just not going to happen. So I called Lock Nation. Like I said, Miss Desi, she's the owner. Miss Desi and Sekou are both the owners of Lock Nation, and they were busy. So I left a voicemail, and then soon they got back to me. And they were the only salon to get back to me. Remember, I said I printed off a list. So I called everybody who was worth it on that list. Lock Nation was the only ones that got back to me. So when Lock Nation got back to me, Miss Desi informed me that this was a lock salon. At the time, I did have locks. I wasn't doing locks full time. As a stylist, I guess you could call me a kitchen beautician. I was doing braids. I wasn't doing locks, but I knew how to do my own hair. And one thing Queen gonna do is make sure she look good. So I knew how to do locks, but I wasn't a loctician. I went to Lock Nation, had the interview with Miss Desi, and I told her, I know how to do locks, but I don't do them as a stylist. And she informed me that she would basically teach me how to do it. Say cool. So with Lock Nation, Miss Desi's the stylist and Sekou is more of the office manager. So when it comes to ownership of a salon, the owner does not have to be a stylist. Sometimes it does come with partnership. Sometimes it does come with soul. Soul means that it's just one person. So being that, and also a man and a woman being in charge of a business was like one of the star things for me, because it needs that even balance. It doesn't, I don't think that, and I mean, I know I'm now a salon owner, but a woman being in charge, sometimes women can be passive aggressive. Sometimes women can, y'all know women. Okay, you know women, and then as far as men, sometimes men can just be men. So you need that even balance. So that's what came with Lock Nation. Also, Lock Nation, Miss Desi honestly taught me everything. She wasn't selfish with anything. She taught me everything that I was willing to know. Sometimes she taught me stuff I didn't even want to know. And that's what you need to look for in a business owner, especially if you are someone new in the industry. You need to be looking for a salon owner who is not selfish with information, who wants to see you succeed, who does not mind seeing you succeed. And also you need to be looking for someone who has the accreditation to teach you things, which is something that Lock Nation definitely had. Now I'm going to get into the next one. Hold on for me.